What you been watching playing Jacuz lately?
I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima. It is half the game is boring. I'm just gonna say that.
What? That's
Oh.
interesting.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I haven't played it. I just seen everyone not shut up about it. So I'm just like, okay.
So here's my gripe. I started the game on the hardest difficulty before patch because the new patch is like, oh, one hit kill difficulty. And I don't do that shit. But so I started off on hard, right? And the game is pushing stealth on you, or choosing between doing the samurai thing, which is like, yo, square up, or doing like sneak attacks, right? The stealth in this game is so fucking bad. I play a lot of stealth games. I played Deus Ex, Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, all of it, right? These enemies have not, like, the AI has not gotten any smarter since like stealth games have happened. Because I literally will walk in front of an enemy, and then you get that bar that tries to fill up, and then you go back behind the wall, and the bar just goes back down, and they completely forget that they saw someone there. And it's like, what? Like, even to the point where, like, I'll literally be walking side by side with an enemy and just like trying to trail him so I can get like double kills, like, because you can get like you can do like a chain assassination depending on how like close people are, right? So you can literally walk side by side with niggas and they won't even know like who you are. And then it's so easy, like even when you do get caught, it's so easy to just be like, all right, let me just run outside the village, hide behind a tree, and then they just go back to their posts and whatnot. And I think that that portion of it is like done terribly. So
you're saying that are you saying that the stealth in the game, there's a way to easily cheese the stealth in the game? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of how The Last of Us is, but you'd have to really know the gameplay mechanics of The Last of Us to figure out how to really like cheese the stuff in the game.
But they even leave out mechanics like for instance, you can jump off like the top of something and land, like guard 5 feet away, just facing away from you. You can land hard as shit and you won't turn around. At least in like Metal Gear Solid, they can like hear your footsteps. And Metal Gear Solid 2 came out in fucking 2005. So it's like don't push a game where the narrative is like a samurai choosing between being a ninja or a samurai choosing between his code, and then you make the stealth portion of the game just terrible. And it's like they give you a whole bunch of like stealth items to use, but I typically don't even use them because I don't need to.
You don't need them.
And most of the time, the fun part of the game is actually the combat. The combat's a lot of fun. It's very simple. You get 4 stances. These stances beat certain enemies, right? So typically what I'll do is I'll just walk up to a village and just do standoff right off the bat and just alert everyone and just fight everybody, because it's more fun to do that as opposed to doing the stealth. Stealth is forced sometimes for like story missions or like if there's hostages, but even with the hostages portion of it, you can literally you'll know who's about to kill a hostage because they have a huge ass icon over their head. So you just like, oh, let me stop fighting these niggas and go run over here and kill this guy real quick and then get back to over here and do this. And it's just half the game is just like whack because of that. Now I will say overall, the world, I love it. It's the most seamless world I've been in, I want to say. The HUD is clear. Yeah, it's a good game, but if you get in it for stealth, I wouldn't buy it.
The Halo reboot ? With an open world that doesn't
that was interesting to me. I don't know how I feel about that because
another game with open world.
It's going to be split screen co-op and then 4-player co-op online, and I'm like, how's that going to work for an open world? Because like with a co-op game, you're not necessarily saving.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not really hyped about it. Is anyone hyped about Halo? Go ahead, tweet at us. TFF Geek Mountain.
Honestly,
at Twitter.
I honestly don't think anyone really gives a shit about Halo anymore, except for Halo fanboys.
Except the Halo fanboys. Yeah, no one. I feel like if you were really into Halo, then you're gonna still be in a Halo. I feel like if you kind of moved on and played like 20 games since then you're probably thinking about all this shit at this point.